Alright, boys, here we are on Ion for our second time tonight. A bit sooner than I would have thought, but hey, I'm good with it, not a problem. We have, well, I guess we're spawning up the top right hand side. Currently playing from Korea. Number 16, then we got WCS American Round 16 player. Wait, wait, Ben, there we go. Okay, yeah. Playing from Korea, WCS Round 16 player, it is... Alright.
And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, in the red trunks from IVD Gaming, our Zerg player.
NoRegreT.
Alright, guys. So, this is gonna be an interesting match. I don't think I've ever, at least personally, I don't think I've seen a PvZ on this map yet. At least not of a high-level game.
patreon.com/ASL.
So this should be good for me. This is a new experience, and I'm looking forward to it. I think what we're gonna see here, or at least what it looks like we're gonna see, standard. I think it's gonna be a standard gateway expand here out of Arthur. Typical Protoss, whatnot stuff. It looks like it was a fifth. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, that's hatch before pool. Probably 15, 14.
Yeah, we'll hatch before pool. Getting that gas as well.
Oh, Ben, I can't hear the peanut gallery. You're good.
I know, what I'm doing is I'm just flipping the mute on and off whenever I need to talk.
When you're talking, like what it was, I think it was just because like sometimes it happens in StarCraft when you load into a game.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
spikes.
Okay.
Anyway, I can hear you fine now, but
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Take that risk.
yeah. I mean, it's worth it for that sexy British voice.
Always here for you.
See, this is why you need to move to the States, man. You'd get so many. You'd probably get so many guys too if you wanted them.
I'm okay actually, but you know, it's always an option should I choose to pursue it. Arthur himself going for that quick second Nexus, exactly as you predicted. Just seeing the gateway expand build. Very normal.
So meta. Arthur's getting warp gate. Oh my god, no, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. This is absolutely pretty normal, guys. This is a typical
totally
fast gateway expand build. To go ahead and get this warp gate at around 4:30 or so. Pretty good. Did NoRegreT
You just get it with your first 50 gas that isn't spent on. Actually, he has not gone for a faster mothership core, even though he does have the gas for it. So I guess that'll be following up after the after this probe. I guess it's just a slightly riskier build, which allows him to squeeze out that stalker a little bit quicker to chase away the Overlord. And that's really nice opportunism coming out of Arthur, just seeing that he's got a chance to snipe away at an Overlord. Just go boom, take that down. Delay his opponent a little bit.
I mean, rip Overlord, rip supply block and all that. Rip
Yeah.
Rhino, Kappa.
Yeah.
Epo,
There's actually no Overlords in production for NoRegreT at this point in time either. So if we look, he's going to be supply block for quite some time, even with this extra base following up.
I think he maybe just doesn't notice.
Yeah, there we go. It started now. But only one. He needs more than one. There we go. There we go. There's the extra one. But Arthur's got himself an extra base. He's got that second Nexus that's going to allow him to double pump probes, to double chrono everything. And he's building gateways at the front. I think getting ready to put on some kind of pressure with this Twilight Council. Could be looking like DT's. Could be a blink play. He is famous for his two-base style. So, likely.
I'm going to say, I mean, you know, DTs would be cool to see. And it is a PvZ, so it is more likely to be successful in a PvZ. Actually, NoRegreT has a really low drone count. He has a low supply count.
Yes, the supply block. It's the supply block that he got himself into. Even with that fast hatchery, the massive supply block that he underwent has really delayed his economy.
Well, that was his second one in the game. Like, he was stuck at 20 of 21 for a little while there, too. I mean...
Yeah, and he's here again.
Did he lose a second Overlord or something, or...?
I didn't see it.
I mean, he's lost... No, it wasn't that, because, I mean, he's lost 3 units.
These Lings are, just the speed hits, the Lings are moving across the map to attempt to put on a little bit of pressure, but they will not be able to get into that base of Arthur's. And the Mothership Core drifting across does see everything. It sees the third base. He knows exactly what build his opponent's gone for. And Arthur should be able to chase away these Lings with the force field. Doesn't lose anything. All the Lings have been repelled for now, and Arthur is able to macro up. He's getting Blink, so it is looking like it's going to be a Blink play, fairly obviously. And I think we'll... Oh! There's a hole in the wall! There's a hole in the wall! Those Lings getting in, so nearly getting that Stalker, but just saving it with a great force field from Arthur.
Steve the Stalker with literally 1 HP. Literally the hero Stalker.
Yes.
By the way, What was it? What was that? Was it something other like fairly obviously? Say it again.
I just said yes.
No, say fairly obviously.
Fairly obviously.
That was like the most British sounding thing. One of the most British sounding things I think I've ever heard.
I could do it more Britishly if you like. Fairly obviously.
So that's like posh British. That's
Yeah,
not
we don't really
British,
sound
that's
like that.
No, no.
Arthur's getting an extra 4 gate. This is a blink all-in. This is a clean-cut blink all-in. No +1, so these Stalkers are going to be at a slight disadvantage compared to perhaps a +2 blink all-in, which used to be very popular in Wings of Liberty. But right now it's because he's getting all of these sentries. He can't afford to spend his gas on upgrades, on any of that nonsense. No, Arthur's just getting all of the force fields in the world.
So you're telling me that Arthur is on 2 base, is not making a third, and is going for a blink all-in?
Absolutely right.
That is so surprising. No, I'm just kidding. But no, this is actually, guys, if you haven't seen Arthur before, I wouldn't say he's cheesy, but he is. I wouldn't say
The guy's got a
he is,
style.
but I don't like to call people cheesy. And that's saying something, the fact that I'm saying he's cheesy.
He's an aggressive
Did he
Protoss.
just force field a pylon?
That's how
Okay,
we
that was
say
a nice
cheesy.
little pick off. No, he's not even a... He's more than an aggressive Protoss. He's like honestly, if he was actually Chinese, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, he could pass himself off as a Chinese player just based on play. Dude, NoRegreT is supply blocked again. There's actually...
Yeah.
Oh my god, the run by.
So much.
Okay. So he's not in C. He's not in C. The wall's blocked off, and oh wait, he's gonna get it. He's gonna have the most. Get it. Okay, good.
No,
Got it.
Arthur manages to repel it, but not well enough. He needs to get a full wall up there at the front to prevent these Zerglings streaming in and damaging his economy too
What's
much.
he doing
But
with
he
probes?
does have this huge force towards the third of NoRegreT. So many
Oh, he didn't
Stalkers
hold
pushing
position
in.
to probes. The Lings have gotten in.
Yeah, that's I think an inevitability, but that just means that we're going to see defensive
he's
warpings from Arthur, and I think he's going to be able to repel it. Whilst at the same time, these Stalkers are pushing towards the natural base. He's got so many units here, and the force fields to defend them means that, and the blink indeed, not losing a single Stalker there. Arthur's control is just looking so good, and NoRegreT is being outplayed. There's no other word for it.
Your skill counter is already up to what? 9-4 in favor. Actually, what? Okay, yeah, 9-4 in favor of NoRegreT. So that run by did work. So Arthur's only killed 6 workers so far.
It's true.
He's kind of chilling, sitting there. He needs more zealots with this push.
He's trying to buy time.
That's
What
why
we're
he's not
seeing,
going. He's trying to wait till he gets another warp in so he can get in some more zealots to really buffer against those zealots.
yeah.
Did I
What
say
we're seeing out of NoRegreT,
against the things,
is
I'm sorry.
buying time for himself. He's got Hydralisks coming out, and Hydra's hard well, they basically hard counter all gateway. He's hoping that with the additional DPS he can bring to bear, he's going to be able to chase away this Blink Stalker force. But I think because of that Blink, he's going to really struggle. Guardian Shield helping, of course, quite considerably.
Did you actually see? Like, I don't know if anybody else saw, but it was Seed against Scarlet, and Seed literally used his blink macro with the.
I did not see it right now.
Just
Great
straight
blink macro
with the
coming
Hydras,
along.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, with the ridiculous lag from Korea to NA, you know, he's fine. The blinks were pretty much damn near perfect. I don't think he lost any stalkers in that last engagement.
No regret.
Okay. So, looking at the base of NoRegreT, he's getting himself a rather more aggressive opening than we often see out of Zergs. Getting himself that gas, that pull down, and Arthur himself scouting that pretty quickly with a fast probe across the map. He's going to know exactly what he's coming up against from the IVD player, and I think. I'm not sure what's going on with Stephen Never. Hopefully he'll be able to jump back into the call in just a second. Arthur's going for a really normal kind of play. He's doing exactly what you'd expect a Protoss to do if you were planning on doing the normal gateway expand. This is identical to what he did before, but now, having seen that gas, he's got himself an extra gas of his own. He's planning on going for a more macro style. And he's actually put down a pylon on the natural just to delay these Zerglings that are coming out of NoRegreT. This is just to buy time. He's going to cancel this, and NoRegreT will put down. Here it goes. There's the cancel. NoRegreT will put down his hatchery just a little bit belatedly, and get his own speed with taking the Lings out of gas. everyone talking. NoRegreT's got himself that speed nice and quick, which is going to allow him to put on some pressure with these Zerglings. Arthur would ordinarily be expanding, and he is putting down that pylon at the front, but this is going to be a belated expand, just because he doesn't feel totally safe. He's getting himself the Stalker, he's getting defenses up like the Sentry, and overall, this is this is the stance of Protoss. He's planning to be on one base for a little while. He just doesn't want to leave himself at a disadvantage. And obviously, he'll take his natural as soon as he can. He's got a certain amount of bank money. Oh, he's going to have to spend it on replacing that pylon, I think. But Arthur has been thrown a little on the back foot by this very aggressive stance that NoRegret's taking. And with these Zerglings in production, it might be a while before he can get anything out. There's a lot of Lings out on the map. NoRegret's going to be putting on pressure very, very shortly. And it's a good job Arthur has this sentry, because otherwise these Lings could just flood into his main. They're going to attempt to. Is Arthur on point? Oh, that was so close. That force field going down just in time, almost trapping some of the units outside, and Arthur's desperately trying to wall off because he knows as soon as this force field goes down, the second sentry, not quite. No, Arthur just catching that. The Zerglings are going to attempt to pressure away, but Arthur has managed to hold for the moment. He does have an extra force field that's going to allow him to defend this for the moment, and even though there are more Lings on the way, with more and more sentries being produced and more force fields en route to Arthur, he's going to be increasingly able to defend against this Ling pressure. He just has to make sure that he keeps producing. Just keeping that sentry alive. That's the sentry that has enough energy for another force field, so this is so critical. He can't miss this. Again, I really thought he was in. Arthur is doing this by the skin of his teeth. NoRegret's going to chip away at the pylons. Going to see a supply blocked Protoss in short order, but with the mothership core out, Arthur's going to be able to drive away his Zerg opponent as best as he can. With 4 sentries, he can hold the ramp now, but he can't make a single micro error, not even one. NoRegret's going back to droning. I think he's trying to end this pressure at this point, just because if you see that you really can't get into the Protoss, he's got 5 sentries, and 4 is of course the amount needed to hold the ramp with perfect control. You can't do anything but that. But Arthur's ready to counterattack. He's got a pylon out on the map that hasn't been scouted by NoRegret. Even with these Lings outside the front that will spot any potential move out from our Protoss player, he's got 3 gates, maybe 4 gates? 5 gates off one base, going for a very heavy sentry composition, a lot of zealots as well. And if we see Arthur move out, this could just be to take a natural base, and I think with that probe there, it could just be to take a natural nice and safely. But this force, yeah, the force is already moving out on the map. No natural going down for this Protoss. He's built too many gateways now. He knows that he can't take this chance. He's going to move himself out, and already warping in across the map his first aggressive force, which is going to prompt spine crawlers at the front for NoRegret. He's building these just because he knows that Arthur is so all in, and he can afford to hold. As long as he holds, he's probably won the game. So he's desperately making sure that he gets these spines down, but already Arthur's walking up the ramp. It might be a little bit too late for our Zerg player. Yeah, there we go. He's trying to pull his stalkers out and around as best as he can. Losing a lot of the... hello, Stephen.
I'm back. I made it. We're good. Okay.
You made it just in time for Arthur to attack into the natural. That's a lot of sentries. He can control this space so nicely. This is looking really convincing for our career Protoss.
Yeah, I mean, I saw NoRegret open up with a 14-14. It looked like, at least that's what I thought it was going to be. But it looks like he's done some additional droning up, or did he do an attack and it just didn't work?
He did an attack and it wasn't successful. Arthur was defending really well with those sentries, and it's enough